Coming up on the Upper Midwest home for recruiting news, a four-star linebacker from Northern Michigan has chosen his college home, and it was fitting he announced on St. Patrick's Day. An Ohio 2023 offensive tackle prospect is getting offers from the West Coast to the East. And in Indiana, the top football prospect in the state has named his Final Five. State Champ Scout Show starts now. Welcome inside the State Champ Studios for another edition of State Champ Scout Show. I'm Lauren Plant. This program is presented by Lawrence Technological University, where the Blue Devils want you to recruit yourself to join one of the 24 varsity NAIA sports offered at the university. Simply visit ltuathletics.com and recruit yourself to one of the consistently rated top private universities in the Midwest. Academic and athletic scholarships are available. Today on the program, we've got the latest in recruiting news from Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana. We'll revisit our resident pro Ryan Van Dyke's Recruiting 101 segment on the dangers of being a one-sport athlete. But let's get going this week in Ohio.
This is Alan True with the latest in recruiting news from the state of Ohio. Huber Heights Wayne's 2023 offensive lineman Joshua Padilla has had a good last few months, earning offers from Oregon, Cincinnati, Toledo, and Pittsburgh, his first four of the process. The 6'3", 260-pound Padilla also throws on the track team and wrestles. That wrestling background shows up on his football film, where he plays with good leverage, is strong and physical. In the classroom, he carries a 3.8 GPA. Cincinnati and Kentucky are the latest offers for Miamisburg sophomore A.J. Sally, a 6'5", 260-pound offensive tackle. Sally came into the month already holding an offer from Toledo. He should end up with a lot more interest as he moves through the process, as he is a lean, athletic prospect who also finishes his blocks with power. He's also heard from Northwestern at this time. Cincinnati is also the first to offer Miamisburg sophomore running back Christian Davis, a speedy 6', 190-pound prospect who is also a great pass catcher out of the backfield. An all-district selection as a sophomore, Davis is just starting to catch more recruiting attention, but has the skill set and size to hear from many around the country by the time he's a senior. Olentangy Liberty's Dylan Graber has committed to Ball State. A 6'3", 275-pound defensive tackle, he chooses the Cardinals over an offer from Eastern Michigan. Hale is a powerful prospect who shows good ability to shed blocks with his hands and also closing speed to get to the football. He is also a strong student who now becomes a foundation in Ball State's class of 2022. That's it for recruiting news this week. I'm Alan True.
If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports, including its newest additions, competitive cheer and dance, esports, women's hockey, and men's and women's track and field. Visit ltuathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
This is Scott Bernstein from Indiana. McNasty is in the building and ready to stay the beast from the East. Warren Central senior big fella Gabe McNary inked with IU East for basketball over the weekend. The 6'9" McNary patrolled the post with vigor and great rim-running anticipation, helping power the WC Warriors to an 18-7 record this winter. McNary averaged 12 points and 8 rebounds per game. IU East is an NAIA D2 program in Richmond, Indiana. Moving over to the northwestern part of the state, after tickling the twine for 18 points and grabbing 8 rebounds per night this past season, Morgan Township senior gunner Tate Ivanhoe, one of the most underrated small school hoopsters in Hoosierland, has signed with D3 Anderson University. Ivanhoe is a 6'3" shooting guard and dangerous off the dribble. He shoots it well from downtown and has a percentage close to 45. He was a Valpo area Viper his entire career, both on the basketball court and on the soccer pitch. Moving over to the football recruiting world, the number one overall prospect in Hoosierland's class of 2022, Charleston junior offensive lineman Keontae Goodwin, has a top 5 selected. He's named Alabama, Ohio State, Clemson, Kentucky, and Michigan State as his final choices. Goodwin, a monster in the trenches at 6'7", 320 pounds, landed in Indiana last summer from Kentucky. Center Grove junior quarterback Taven Jackson, the player with possibly the highest ceiling in his recruiting class, has earned offers from Auburn, Ole Miss, NC State, Illinois, and UCLA in the past 2 weeks. Jackson led Center Grove to a state championship last fall. Checking in from Indiana, this is Scott Bernstein.
Did you record an unbelievable touchdown, a game-winning goal, or just a proud parent moment? Then we want your clip. Upload your video to the brand new State Champs Network app so we can feature it on one of our shows and give your player, team, and school the recognition they deserve. All it takes is just a few easy clicks, and every clip that is submitted will automatically be eligible for prizes. Download the State Champs Network app today for iPhone and Android devices. I'm Lauren Plants with the latest recruiting news from Michigan. Traverse City Central 4-star linebacker Josh Burnham announced his commitment to Notre Dame. Michigan and Wisconsin were the other 2 finalists for the services of Burnham, who was rated as the number 2 player in the state's class of 2022, the number 6 outside linebacker in the nation, and a top 85 prospect overall by 24/7 Sports. Burnham won the job in the camp to be the Trojans' quarterback, playing the position for the first time in a game this year, and despite no normal summer program, throwing for more than 1,300 yards and 17 touchdowns, and rushing for 1,000 yards and 19 scores. But it's on the defensive side of the ball where he hangs his hat, racking up 76 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 2 sacks to go with an interception and a defensive score. If you can come in and hold your own as a freshman in a league like the KLAA, you're probably destined for a pretty good career. If you can come in as a freshman, earn all region honors right out of the gate, there's a chance you might be special. Caleb Williams did that for Canton in the fall, excelling on both sides of the ball at cornerback and wideout, helping the Chiefs run the table in the KLAA West. And that early excellence was noted as Williams landed his first D1 offer in mid-March from the Tennessee Volunteers. A 3-sport star who also plays middle infield in baseball as well as basketball, Williams runs a mid 4.6-second 40-yard dash at 5'11", 170 pounds. When Clemson comes calling, you don't mess around and mull it over too long. It took Brooklyn Columbia Central's Tadassa Brown all of a day between getting her first Power 5 offer and accepting it. Closing the book on the recruiting for the 6'3" forward, Brown averages 12 points and 8 rebounds for the Golden Eagles, who went 13-3 in the abbreviated regular season, winning the Lenawee County Athletic Association title. Brown joins a Clemson roster that currently has Detroit Edison's Gabby Elliott and Country Day's Tyler Bennett, along with Goodrich's Tanaya Davis as a graduate assistant coach. Brown had offers from the University of Detroit, North Dakota, Evansville, Wayne State, Niagara, Texas Arlington, Nebraska Omaha, and Thomas University prior to the bid from Clemson. You might think that having extremely limited tape to judge him from would inhibit the recruitment of Rockford Jr. Cade Costas, but the offer sheet says otherwise. The 6'3", 245-pound linebacker / defensive end is up to 17 offers after the U.S. Naval Academy gave him a bid to start the month, filling out his Service Academy trifecta. But he doesn't plan to narrow his list down anytime soon. Costas recently tweeted that his offer sheet, which includes bids from Power 5, Group of 5, Ivy League, and Service Academies alike, won't get narrowed down to a top 5 because he's open for more. It'll help once he's able to get more film for recruiters as a senior. Hurt his entire freshman year, Costas, who also plays lacrosse, was called up from JV for the playoff game to end his sophomore year, then has just 6 games on his junior tape. You gotta roll with the changes that come to you, especially when they're to your advantage. Southfield A&T point guard Kayona Willis was all set to sign with one of the top junior college programs in the nation in Daytona State and potentially defer her dream of playing D1 hoops in college. Then along came Youngstown State coach John Barnes, a Michigan native, and he offered, and Willis grabbed it. The 5'4" guard has been a contributor for the Warriors since her freshman season, helping A&T to a 54-16 record in her first 3 seasons, including a run to the 2019 finals and a runner-up finish in D1 before helping lead the Warriors through a rough 1-11 campaign as a senior. That's the latest from Michigan. I'm Lauren Plant.
Hi, this is Ryan Van Dyke with State Champs Network. So I want to talk to you guys today about the 3 dangers of being a one-sport athlete. Number 1, it's too early to tell, all right? If you're a 9-year-old and you're only playing one sport, you're missing out on so much breadth of what sports has to offer, as well as all the different movements and disciplines that go into, the physical and mental side of sports. Maybe you get to high school and you're at a big high school and somebody tells you, hey, you need to focus on this one sport to be good at it. Well, yeah, you can do that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I think you shortchange yourself on the athletic experience. Having different teammates, having different coaches, different speeds and ways to get coached up are very integral to your athletic progression. Number 2 is it does a great deal to enhance your athletic ability. All right, I was a basketball player as well as I played baseball. I was too temperamental in baseball, so I ended up giving that up. All right, and I focused on basketball and football. Well, I tell kids to this day, some of the best strides that I made as a quarterback was when I was not playing football. I got away from football. I worked on my jumping, my agility, my competitive nature, my ability to adapt to something new. It really helped me with my balance and my explosiveness in football. A pitcher who plays quarterback and he's not so worried about the ebbs and flows of the game, he just is worried of the job that he has to do. The number 3 thing is burnout. Okay, you spend a lot of time focusing on one thing with everything that you got and everybody talking to you about it. It's really difficult to get away from. In fact, it's almost impossible.
That's it this week, but we'll be back next week and every week after that all year long because recruiting never stops. For highlights of all the sports in the state of Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, find State Champs Network on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or download the free State Champs app, or visit our website, statechampsnetwork.com. I'm Lauren Plant. Thanks for watching. State Champs Scout Show is proudly presented by Lawrence Technological University, where Blue Devils dare.